So a guy made a video about Roblox most hated developer. Gonna subscribe and like, and let's get watching.
On the 29th of June, the makers behind...
Oh yeah, and if you don't want me pausing in the video, like, and you don't want my reaction, the link of the video is down below. Just give him a sub.
Pet Simulator X released the game after the countdown for the release had ended.
Pet Simulator X, it's the worst game. If I would rate games, this would go in trash.
The game started off by exploding in popularity, and a lot of people like Kanekokin expressed their gratitude by calling it a good game. But it's the 17th of April, and it's been almost 2 years since the game had released. How in the world did the owner of Pet Simulator X, Preston, become one of the most hated people?
Well, that's because he made one of the worst games on Roblox. It ain't worse than Adopt Me, but it is really bad.
On the entire Roblox platform. Prior to Pet Simulator X, Big Games, the company behind Pet Simulator X, weren't in so much drama as they are in now. They already had a popular game.
Yeah, that game is good, but why make Pet Simulator? The only reason I think people play Pet Simulator is because they're addicted. Like, it's really addicting. That's all it is.
Known to most people playing Roblox, called Big Paintball and My Restaurant. There wasn't much drama concerning these two games, and even though the
Big Paintball was good.
Some pay-to-win aspects, most people weren't really mad about it.
No,
Most
that
drama
isn't.
they never got into was people mad about free-for-all and how it was taken out of the game, Big Paintball, and other stuff
It's
that
still
the
there.
developers didn't really have much control over, like exporters. And so on the 26th of July, the company released their new game, Pet Simulator X.
Yeah, it's really bad.
A lot of
Like,
people were happy for its release, and even happier when playing the game. It exploded in popularity
yeah, but the only reason it exploded is probably because it's addicting.
almost immediately, and YouTubers had a new, fresh game to make content about. So let's fast forward a little bit to the 17th of April, and Big Games are now one of the most
It's true what he says. YouTubers did use it. Like a lot of people when the mailbox came out, just streaming mailboxing, just like they did Please Donate.
hated companies on the entire platform. Specifically, the one at the top of it all, Preston. Pet Simulator X released and people were having so much fun on the game. Everyone was happy and there were little to no problems,
The worst game on Roblox, one of the worst.
apart from some minor bugs. The devs promised to make updates to the game and assured everyone that they were working on the game and bringing more content out to the game. Then on the 8th of August, Pet Simulator X released its first ever update.
Did I see that correct?
Pet Simulator
Subscribe! Yes, you should totally do that.
X released its first ever update. They added new worlds, areas, and a whole lot of pets and some other stuff. But this was when the first hint of the pay-to-win aspect in the game was shown by the community. This game is so pay-to-win. Now you need 15 pets equipped. You can even add some for us gems to equip more. No need to it costs Robux. You can tell the person writing this probably is not above the age of 10, but he wasn't really the only one
It doesn't matter if he's not above the age of 10, like...
to talk about this issue. As more and more people express their disapproval about this situation, surprisingly, even more people supported this issue and did not think it was a problem at all. Dude, chill. It's completely playable with 4 pets. It's not pay to win. You can still do really good with just 4 pets. It just takes a little more work. These issues
Like, why protect Pet Simulator? It's not that great of a game.
were minor, as most of the community kept on enjoying the game and it didn't really bother anyone. It wasn't up until the 9th of November that everyone started to notice some things within the game. On the 9th of November in 2021, Pet Simulator released NFTs.
NFTs? Why? What?
You can imagine this caused a huge spiral of hate towards the developers.
But I can never understand NFTs, and the fact that a Roblox game has decided to take this approach of having exclusive NFTs on their Roblox game, it has to just be the strangest thing I've ever seen.
Pet is. Keep in mind, this is a pet inside of a Roblox game, a simulator game that, you know, these games only have like a 4-month lifespan. Most simulator games don't last that long. You're spending this much money on a game that lasts about 4 months. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at this. 3,325,000.
Why pay 770 Ethereum for a pet? Like, it's just a game. Who will pay that much money? Like, there is no way.
$785.33. What the heck, dude? You can maybe see why this is starting to be a problem. Bro,
Why is this game so popular? Pet Simulator X.
I totally agree with Albert.
200,000 people? If you look at the YouTube...
And even people like Russell, who always had positive feedback and complimented the developers all the time, didn't expect
More subscribe buttons. I like that.
or like this update. People made YouTube videos on it, and the situation gained even more traction from people all over the world, saying mean things to the developers, speaking on how heavily this will affect the game, and how it breaks the Roblox TOS. Combined with this, over the next few months, Pet Simulator X would begin to release tons and tons of new plushies, but
They're way too expensive.
failed to restock them. People then ended up complaining about how expensive they were and why they were never getting restocked. And then on March 22, the biggest spiral of things happened. Exploiters were able to get access into your pets and delete your pets from your inventory,
They can't stop that.
causing all the grind you've done on the game to be in vain and completely useless. This caused a massive drawback to the community. People decided to quit Pet Simulator X, and many were saying not to ever play Pet Simulator X, even to this day. This
Yeah, I don't really play Pet Simulator. Like, it's a bad game.
attracted a lot of hate to Preston, the owner of Pet Simulator X, as he would end up getting most of the blame for these incidents. More and more people were figuring out the pay-to-win aspects of the game and how hard it was to
Yeah, that's why Preston got so much hate, probably.
grind and how hard it was to get chests within the game. But the developers were very aware of this, because a tweet made by Preston on the 15th of April states on how we think it's always the free-to-play players in the game that face the most problems. How come free-to-play players are always the most entitled, he says. Prior to the update that came before this, Preston said that the free-to-play players of the game would love it, but this was taken aback as the players complained about this new update, and specifically how you needed to trade one of your huge pets to unlock an area within the game. Preston got a lot of hate for this, and even popular YouTubers like Chaser Rooney didn't like this, and instead talked about how pay to win the game was. OMG, you're so right. They should spend $500 on your game instead. Dude, they might get a Barf Banana Titanic Omega pet if they do.
Like, it's way too pay to win. Way too.
Oh my god. These were sarcastic comments that were used in an effort to mock Preston and combat what he said above in the tweet about how free-to-play players are the most entitled. What I think the saddest...
Like, I think if you have free-to-play players in your game, you could probably make more money of them.
As part of this all is how Russell Plays never comments on newer posts on the Pet Simulator X Twitter. He'd always reply with something like, yay, but recently he stopped for whatever reason. These events that happened gradually increased the hate on the game, majority of it being blamed on Preston, the owner. People are annoyed about how much grinding a free-to-play player has to do, and
Yeah, that's a really big problem.
how much pay to win it is, and how expensive the items they sell off Roblox, like the plushies, are. Let me know what
Yeah, I think that's also one of the reasons why Preston gets that much hate.
you think about this situation in the comments below. For me, I just say that the problem isn't necessarily how much the items cost, but if you don't like the price, just don't buy it. I don't really understand the hate around this situation specifically. The other situations that has happened are arguably some of the developers' faults, but around this specific area, I don't really get it, because the developer puts time and effort into his updates, into making the game, and they want to make money off these games, which is not wrong at all.
No, that's not wrong at all. At least you are gonna make less money if you milk all the money out of people. Because people don't like getting milk.
Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Have an amazing day.
Well, that was the story of Roblox's most hated developer. The link to the video is down below. Don't forget to subscribe to me and him. Thanks for watching.